Hello, people. Good day, good day, good day. So, just driving along, dropping my daughter off and taking her out their store shopping. And I came across this neat thing. It was just sitting on top of a shelf. Just sitting there on top with the books, and I was like, okay. And it was, the books at thrift stores are pretty cheap, so just out of curiosity, it's interesting. Really interesting. So we'll figure it out, I don't know. Sometimes things just are just left there, I tell you. But it reads like a story. It's conceiving the puzzle, the super puzzle, part one. The secret society begins. Part two is putting together the pieces. The secret society reunites. And then part three is behold the puzzle picture. The secret society trumpets. So yeah, I don't know. There might be some secrets in here. Even though it's read like a story. Never know. Anyway, so yeah. I was doing a whole lot of pondering today about things. Definitely. Interesting things, what people were saying. Definitely a reflective type of day today. Reflecting back, and I don't know. I tell you, I'd rather be taking a nap right now than my daughter kicking me out of the house saying, "Hey, get out, do something." I'm like, okay. So I just figured I'd sit here with the sunshine for a little bit at the lake and make a video, saying hi to people, looking at the trees. One thing about men, just one thing the shamans taught me a long time ago is how to read the trees, how to read between the lines is a big thing when you're just right now starting out as a guru searching and stuff like that. Not a lot of people know about the runes in the trees. You gotta look at there's like trees and they have like this face, and you gotta look at the widest part of the tree and the front face, you know, and you have to kind of find it. But each tree has a runes, and these runes, if you know how to read the old runes, from that are written actually from the trees themselves, they each tell a story. The story is actually fractaled from its, from when it began, and it kind of records history, and it records history, and this history is written on the trees, and the major things that happen in the timeline are written on the trees. So if you want to look at how history repeats itself on the stone tape theory or the actual residual energy theory of time repeating, um, the lunar calendar and stuff like that, with the energies that are around you, you can actually read them. The trees will tell you if you know how to read them, amongst other things, like when the leaves flip over, it's going to be 15 minutes before it rains, depending on how many leaves are flipped over on the tree. So it's kind of cool. All those little things that you need to learn from nature that are awesome. But reading between the lines when it comes to the hive mind, and the light, now, like I said, all light it is information. But just like residual energies and stone tape theory, etc., all that kind of lunar timing of, because time governs many things. And the empath reads the light through people, and every strong psychic an empath out there, they read this field of light. You know what I'm saying? The magnetic field, electric field, ley lines, et cetera, and everybody has one, et cetera. So that's how they're able to, feed off your light and read your energy, etc. So by these crossroads, I'll tell you a cool crossroads story later too. But yeah. Now, if you really want to see like the ghost entities and things like that, it's how those at the mall or in people's houses they have that blah 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 picture, and you're supposed to look at it at a specific uh, angle or distance and stuff like that, and you can actually see a picture pop out. It's like an image that is like secret inside of it, all right, and you kind of gotta focus your eyes at a specific point for you to actually see it. It's the same thing when it comes to seeing energy work between the field of the magnetic field. You gotta like read between these lines and stuff like that, and read between the people, between the light itself and the dark forces of influence and things like that, you know, are actually very present. Also, being able to see ghosts, you don't focus on like the wall or the painting or the mirror. You got to focus on the energy between. So I'm actually talking with my hands, but I'm like way over here and stuff. So, anywho, yeah, gateways of are all every single gateway it has a type of crossroad, whether there's ley line crossroad or a major thing in history happened where there was a lot of bloodshed, war, something of traumatic feeling happens. Everything is like in a star chart. Like even like murder mystery people who actually hunt for bad guys, they use the whole naval star chart to see where your bad luck would be, and if it's in a particular house at a particular time of your death, it's more than likely that that whole surrounding of that natal chart there, it's actually very interesting. And they get that whole, what they say, 80-20. It's 80% likely that the star chart of whatever bad luck you have in your house, your family, your job, your this or that, is on your timeline star chart, is more than likely what happened to you. And whenever someone goes missing, they actually do use that in science. So, but crossroads, yeah, they're very interesting. Definitely very interesting. And once you pick up something like this, it's like a change in on your crossroads, to buy it or not to buy it, to read it or not to read it, to think about it, what kind of knowledge am I really getting here, what would that change? So, anywho, in Hale, I spent a long time there, so I like to actually tell stories about it, and heaven too. But there's this place because Hale is actually very, very boring. There's this tree out in the middle, freaking nowhere. It's like not even really called a desert because there's no sand. There's like absolutely nothing but rocks, miles and miles, miles of nothing. All right, and there's this tree that grows in the middle of nowhere. And this is a particular crossroad between limbo and hell, where really, really, really bored entities will go and just chill out by this tree and wait for somebody to show up. And sometimes some people will be there and they'll be shooting, whatever kind of conversations and joking about whatever, because sometimes it gets really, really boring. So, met a lot of interesting creatures there at those crossroads. Just for the heck of it, if you're looking for a particular entity, it's kind of funny. I know I don't know if it's like all in my dream head, but so far, a lot of this shit that I dreamed up that was just like, it's just a dream and I dreamt it a long time ago, it's actually came true, or it's being explained in the now time that, hey, that this shit was actually real. And I'm like, what? So, and like the people that I met before, it's like, hey, I remember this and this and this. And I was like, I thought that was a dream or something I just dreamt up in hell, man. It's like, nope, that wasn't a dream. That really freaking happened. I'm like, dude, cool, man, what the hell, So this whole thing with the tree crossroad place, that's sort of kind of I don't know if it's a in-between limbo, doorway, tree or some sort, but yeah, people would just go there to hang out. Hey, like, just talking about, making fun of humans and making fun of the kings and stuff like that. I'm sorry to say, but you know how just people are, and that's how demons are. They're tricksters and they're jokers, and they're, this boring thing tends to get a little boring sometimes. It's just like, yep, we're waiting on mischief. Anyway. It's fun. The realms are fun. Yeah. Hey, if there's anybody out there who wants to know a legend of something, or any kind of stories behind the stories, let me know, because I know a lot. A lot when it comes to cryptids and weird stuff that's just kind of like, what? And, it has no explanation. So, because a lot of these cryptids and things, they actually, on the fairies and stuff, when we created them, they were meant for a specific purpose, like wood elves and stuff, a whole fairy thing that is on like Tinkerbell, and stuff like that, but it's kind of like that, but not really. There are things that are done on behind the scenes. One reason why you don't find anything dead, like I was saying in the last videos, is like, if you really, really look at the odds of nature and what nature does and the things that are unlikely, very, very unlikely in nature, that's definitely, and a lot of people that are waking up now are going to see a lot more of that. A lot more of this. What the heck is this? Not nature, even though nature is doing this non-nature thing, completely goes against the laws of things, it's like, what? So, especially when it comes to your own self and your own powers and stuff. So, it goes against the laws of nature. That's a good thing. You're breaking that motherfucking matrix apart. Yeah. One way to work between the lines, man. Light working is one thing. Shadow working is another thing. Even though people are like, yeah, you shadow work. That sucks. But, yeah, acceptance is a motherfucker. But there's work. You work it. There's a difference, It's like you work the light. Like this one guy I know, he can actually hold light, and he can actually like make it amplified in his hand, and he can go like this and he can bend it, and it's like, what? That's that's like working the light. So I do more in the form of sound frequency and stuff like that, thunder and speaking things. Anyway, yeah, my character is very, very, very interesting. Anyway, so I'm sure y'all's are too. Can't wait to freaking hear all about it, man. Once you like get this character persona going of yourself, your authentic self, and it's cool as hell, man. So Can't wait to hear, man. Can't wait to see too. And be like, look at that guy, look at this chick, what is this? All this awesomeness, you know? And to be able to present that to the world too, and see the world see what is actually true. Not all this bull crap that is. Because, yeah, it's like a friend of mine for a long time ago, he was able to, like, have his entire house run off of 1 amp of electricity. Just 1 amp. But then he got in trouble with the electric company saying they're going to sue him for stealing their electricity, even though he's, like, really not, because electricity runs in a fucking circle, for one thing. And another thing is, like, he's using a fuck ton less electricity, you know? So it's like, what the hell? But there's shit like that out there in the world, you know, that it's like, we don't have to live this way. We really don't have to live this way. I mean, this is bull crap, man. $10 for eggs. I'm spending $200 a week on just washing clothes and eggs. You know, $200 a week just to wash clothes and have eggs in the house. That's kind of a lot, man. You know, so, whew. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be about time that we're all gonna have to come together one way or another, you know, find that soul family, because being a single mom, having to pay that much just to keep your kids alive and healthy, that's a fuck blow in the face there, man. So, anyway, God bless y'all. Things are really, really gonna start looking up, because people are gonna take this, man. I know that people are searching, looking for that, you know, that sign of, here we go, you know, here's the right guy to follow, here's the leader, here's the king, here's what we should fucking do, because, you know, that's exactly what they're fucking waiting for. I'm sorry, people out there, everybody's like, just, you know, waiting for something, somebody. And let's not it be the wrong somebody, because those wrong somebodies are trying to create the wrong somebody. It's a whole rouge, all them fucking, it's all rouge, man. And they're trying to actually create Armageddon, you know, trying to make it on the believable mind of people out there that, hey, this is real, when it really ain't, man. Okay, it's don't fall for that Armageddon bull crap. Don't let it be a reality in this world, man, because that sucks. Right? That shit sucks. Everybody, like, deserves to be awesome. I really thoroughly believe that we can too. Don't you? Don't you believe that we can? I sure as fuck do. Anyway, have a beautiful day, everybody.